the street, starting on Clarence Street, doing my bus and train spotting today. So with that said, let's go on with the video, shall we? Of course, we got down there a go-ahead Pullham's Thames Safari MD9, or it could just be known as MD9. There's also coming in Alexander Silva 300, 27905. We also have Alexander Silva by Scania N250UD 15351 Alex Parent coming in that direction. We are waiting for green light. There ain't none. So I have to make a judgment call. So it's another 1:15:367 leaving. But we also have Alexander Spark 301 man 1848 22,749. By the way, the bus that I was on was 27,714, which of course arrived back weeks or even up to a month ago. There's 27,905 next door as well, which of course has just arrived. Just have to wait. And then of course we also go on Alexander's in bar 300, number 27,710 on this side of the bus depot. Hello to all those digital numbers, whoever that is. Almost sees himself as code. We're now at the end of the road. Of course there are no buses here. Of course I am doing bus and train spotting, of course many codes, numbers. No, I was just, we will have to do walking as part of the bus and train spotting stuff anyways, because railway station that is just more or less in different areas, and I started all the way up at Clarence Street of my home city of Gloucester. Heritage GOX UK many letters. Yeah, I had to get across somehow. So with that said, what bus to line side transport have on this cloudy morning, which of course there's predicted storms and heavy rain, but so far there hasn't been any of that this morning, which luckily makes a good interesting reading of late. Let's go have a look. But hang on, we have 22,749 just departing. There we go. We just look for any buses that is more or less around here in Gloucester. It's more or less everything. Anything that's here. So there is Alexander Silva 400 by Scania N230D 15970 in this corner here. And then of course next door is the sister a couple of bays down, 15871, still in this Newent Community School wrap. 15366 Graham McAvoy, Alexander Dennis and via 400 MMC Scania N250D, and that's on the 98s. And then finally we have an Alexander Dennis via 300 boys down here, K230UB 28745, which of course was originally a Gloucester bus, but it actually started its life in Oxford, and then it came to Gloucester, and then it came to here, to Cheltenham, in exchange for the 28-6s. But the thing is, the 28-6s started in Cheltenham, then they went to Gloucester, and then they moved the bus again. Now then, like, I think scattered between Swindon and Bristol. The next bus is 15350 Alexander Dennis via 400 MMC Scania N250UD, but the bus was originally named Gary Morris, but it's unnamed. So we are now heading off to the railway station, but we need to go across some lights. So when it says green light, you go. When it says red light, stop. Hello to Sigma Riz Blaster. Just arrived. Green light. Red light. It's another via 400 MMC. This one is 10-9. 10902, that one. So we will now walk our way up to the transport hub. Sorry, not transport hub, the railway station. By looks of it, we've already got our first train in already. Great Western Railway Class 800 or 802. 800 018. But I'm not sure, but I think it's actually, I think it's actually due out, because those doors are flashing. I don't know though, it's flashing. I think we get past these people, we can make it.
They got the single room.
Looks to me like it's actually late leaving. It's expected 9:24. But look, oh, did I just miss a train? I just saw this shape that just went into the distance. Hello to Taker T with the 3. No. So we've got our train is approximately now a minute late. Well, actually it's 3 minutes late departing. Don't know if that'll have a knock-on effect. Not sure if doors are now sealed. Yeah, doors are sealed, brakes released, and off it goes! Now I know that a train spotting, a fellow train and bus spotter called John. John's adventures. He caught the train that I will have in model form very soon, which is 66724 Drax Power Station. But of course, that train will be made by a Cura scale, which of course I rate very highly of those trains. But it seems very popular that I'm sure that a lot of people, a lot of batches of 66724 have now been sold out. So it's good that I got mine when I did, but I've been very patient for its arrival because it has been facing a few delays. Anyways, there's of course next train, of course, is a 2-coach 940 Great Western Railway service to Bristol. Another Alexander bus about 237 Donna Smith, and this one is of course the one after on this service. So we need to go and interact with the screen up here. Oh, there could be a correction actually, because the service 927 service to Cardiff Central has been delayed and it's expected 9:39, and the next train will be the 9:35 to Worcester Foregate Street, followed by 9:40 to Bristol, 9:48 to Nottingham. I'm not sure about the Cardiff Central service if things actually get better. So all we have to do is wait here until 9:30, I think. Then we've got to go back up to see the arrival of the bus. Graham McAvoy has just left. There's also another bus just arriving, Alexander's. Boys down here N230UD. Well, of course, I can't see the number of it, the fleet number of it, because I am quite far. But as you can see beyond, it does make a choreography of 5x5 for the transport hub. Just about. Just about to see a road, of course, Gloucester City Council's road sweeper, which of course I've seen many times before, is late 2021 plated. They used to do. Oh. I think our service to Worcester Foregate Street has just arrived. Five coach. There goes. So that means we can have another couple of minutes right here because the train's not supposed to depart until 9:35. Or we could actually go over the road there, but I think we're going to go down, then just go across the road and then go up more or less in a square based way. So, as I said, let's do this in a safe, as I said, we do things in a safe fashion, so that's under Bar 200 in the old, in the, sorry, not old, in the new livery, 373, green light, 37326, that was what that one is. Of course there's 1986, Alexander Bar 400 by Trident there. So what we do is, of course, we walk across here, and it's just by these barriers where I can just enter the train station again. (1986) has got a few leaves on its engine grille. So yeah. This is where, of course, I can also enter and exit the train station if I so wish. Is this bit. It's now Alexander 400 MMC outside of you. 10,441. It's in charge of 94 duties. Or we had somebody, a bus departing, but I think there was a last minute passenger, which naughty should have been that late to actually get onto the bus. So yeah. Oh, and we also have our Flips bus as well behind it. Goes 10,441, and then there's the U-turn as well. Into that corner. So now we go back onto the station's forecourt. Just allow this taxis go through. As I said, it's a split road, so on your right is the taxis, on your is your buses, and coaches on the left is your taxis. Right, we are now back into position, and we will be able to see what trains come first. So of course, as you know, one of the buses is late. Wait. Yeah, I see a yellow light. Right, it looks a bit. Oh no. Light has now turned green. Yeah, just in time. Sounds are good, and off it goes. So we got 800,033. Martin Heath on the one side, and the other is Emma Harrell. Train looks like it's slowing down. Next one is the 9:40 to Bristol Templemead, which is actually running its marks on time, but it's obvious that that cross-country service is going to be truncated. I believe that the train is going to be truncated at Newport if it keeps ramping up the lateness. There's the screen.
But they did say that we'll send you out 3-day journey so you can recover. So I've got 3 days in Sydney before I have to work.
Well, it's only 9:36, so. So the cross-country service to Cardiff Central is going to be the first one. It's going to be platform 1 for the cross-country service to Cardiff Central, which is one that you never see in quite a while. And here comes the service to Bristol Templemead. Put your hands together for 158,765. Coming in at quite high speed, so the first train to leave will be the service to Bristol Templemead, and that the Cardiff Central service will be but I don't see how both trains are going to depart at the same time. But I think it's probably the first time I ever known a cross-country service use platform 1 even to Cardiff Central, so be good to keep a sharp eye on that. But first, of course, we keep a good eye on our Great Western Railway class 158. Waiting in this corner for the service to Bristol Templemead, and right next to it you could just see the LED matrix showing, of course, how long our train is, which is only 2 coaches long. and
I got
that
10 minutes for your train, mate.
and that the Cardiff Central service would depart from platform 1.
Mate, if this all turns out okay, then we're
And it,
cool.
of course, as you can see, of course, the train leaves out Camden Dursley and goes. Oh no, it doesn't. It takes out Stapleton Road, Lawrence Hill, because it's a fast service now, so it basically doesn't call at Stapleton Road or Lawrence Hill. 9:49 has now been delayed by approximately a minute. But I do not see our cross-country train yet, I don't think. It is down here somewhere. Yeah. No, there's a lot of people, but you can just about see the yellow top. The yellow top of the class 170 Turbo Star. I see the guy who does the secondary announcements has just walked past by me, which of course happens to be the train conductor. But platform 4, that must be the word service to Nottingham that it's actually referencing to. So there's your class 170, the first and probably only ever reminiscence of actually seeing one in platform 1. So I think, to be fair, we've got 3 trains that will more or less leave simultaneously. So all I can say is look alive. I think our first train is leaving approximately 3 minutes late. And I can also hear the cross-country class 170 that's on the service to Nottingham. So, Great Western Railway locomotive is now departing. That sounds powerful. And as you'll see over here, the train has to swerve past 170, that's it, class 170 that's in there. But of course the class 100. So the other train, that's the Nottingham one, it's the Pride Livered 170, 103, which is of course in platform 4 at the moment. Passing by Alexander Bar 300 by Manny to 240 2254. Oh, looks like look, here we go. I can hear 170 leaving. Just came behind those people there, so 176.39. It's got up to speed quite quickly. But now we just pay our attentions to 170, 103. But that is a lot of people coming up for the service to Cardiff Central at this very time. We're not going to see the Cardiff Central service again. That train is really late again. It's been delayed by approximately 6 minutes. And it's formed of 2 coaches. But we're not going to be able to see it, fortunately, because it's gone right outside our bus spotting time. So eyes are now on 170, 103 to be our last train to be seen to depart from platform 4 on the service to Nottingham via Birmingham New Street. But I know that one day that would change, and that it would probably be via Birmingham Moor Street. But that is like years into the future, so we will now focus on our 170, which of course leaves in approximately 2 minutes. And whilst there's 2 minutes still spare, we can actually have a look at front again of the 170. I would have to say, if any railway modelers wanted to model this, with the cost of living prices, it would be so expensive. So, I don't know why I went. But yeah, rail modelers, try modelling that for 00 gauge. to be fair, with today's prices. With trains, the diesel multiple units, class 170 would be unaffordable as a model. As I said, the only models that seem to be affordable these days would be the local horde stuff. So, like the class 66 Secure Skills, for example, at £180, that's still in the bracket of affordable. The forthcoming Batman class 66, which is the new generation model, that one is affordable as long as you buy it from a retailer and not the website, because you'll find it a good lot cheaper at £195, which is down from the website's price of £230 to £40. So you'll be getting a lot of savings there. So of course we've got a bus lot in service. It doesn't look fresh from the bus depot. Alexander Savage by Scania and 230D15 873. Around the corner. We've got two buses coming this way. We've got an Alexander Svar 400 two Enviro 400 MMCs, one stagecoach, one go-ahead Pullums. But they seem to have just got congested. Traffic jam. It's got 10750 and 8616. So that about wraps it up for the morning session. I will leave a notification for the afternoon session on TikTok on at Anaconda Alex1. So with that said, thank you for watching my X-Files, and I will see you again this afternoon. Slugheads!